And there was some drama at the war crimes trial of Saddam Hussein today. The ousted dictator taking a defiant tone with the judge, complaining about being forced to walk up 4 flights of stairs while shackled, and telling the judge to order his guards not to let that happen again. The tirade coming as the first testimony was read into the record. The trial then adjourned until next week. Joining me now, the author of Peace with Justice, War Crimes and Accountability in the Former Yugoslavia, Professor Paul Williams. Professor, good to have you with us today.
Thank you, Martha.
You know, what has sort of grabbed the headlines in a very serious trial that's ongoing is his behavior today. What do you make about how the accused is behaving in court?
Well, it's very interesting to note Saddam Hussein at one time was the most powerful man in Iraq, and today you see him sort of tussling with the guards, asking the judge to have the guards unshackle him when he walks up these flights of stairs. This is a major psychological turning point in Iraq. The Iraqis are seeing Saddam Hussein reduced to the situation of an ordinary criminal. And I think this is having a quite positive effect within Iraq.
What about this particular trial? In this case, the one they're going to try first is 140 deaths after there was an attempted suicide attempt against Saddam Hussein. He, according to these charges, went back and had 140 people killed in that town.
Yeah, this case is a very, very important case, and it's in large part because it's the most tightly knit case. Saddam is being charged with killing 400 individuals. The prosecution is only planning on calling 35 witnesses, introducing a few dozen pieces of paper. They've got a fairly open and shut case here, and I think you're seeing them trying to have a quick win or a quick victory in order to further delegitimize Saddam and his regime before they move into the more complicated genocide cases.
You know, we've all heard about the murders of a couple of the attorneys that are involved in this case. So in terms of the delay that they asked for today, it would seem legitimate, would it not to you?
Well, the delay is legitimate because, Iraq is a very, insecure place at times. This is a very high-profile trial, obviously. But one reason why they asked for a delay, I believe, is that they were hit with some very powerful evidence from the prosecution. You have one of Saddam Hussein's former intelligence chiefs saying basically he was ordered to round up 400 men, although they knew there were only 12 to 15 possible perpetrators, and essentially execute these 400 individuals. This is the smoking gun. This is the inside witness that most prosecutors dream of. And so I think the defense team, quite frankly, is reeling from this very compelling evidence.
You don't think they're going to have any trouble linking those actions straight to Saddam Hussein?
No, this is the case where they have the most clear-cut linkage to Saddam Hussein, either under the theory of command responsibility in that he controlled these individuals and therefore is responsible, but also the individuals who signed these execution orders were his half-brothers, the chair of his Revolutionary Court, his closest aides put their name to paper saying, execute these 400 individuals.
Just quickly on another topic related to this, Ramsey Clark is now sitting at the defense table, former Attorney General. What do you make of that move?
Well, this is an unfortunate sideshow, unfortunately. This trial is all about Iraq, for the Iraqis, and Iraqi justice. And every once in a while you have a former American official who shows up and essentially tries to hijack someone else's case or someone else's process of justice for their own political aims. He'll make some speeches, he'll do some press commentary, but this is really about Iraqi justice for the Iraqis.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. Good to talk to you today.
Thank you, Martha.